All right, everyone, it is story time with Pastor Kyle and his girls. We have Izzy the wolf and Ellie the reindeer, and it's the Jesus Storybook Bible. And tonight we're going to read about a giant staircase to heaven, which is Ellie's favorite. It doesn't actually reach to heaven. So here's the story. Noah and his family lived in the land, and his children had children, and those children had more children, and those children had even more children. Well, you get the picture. That's a lot of kids, huh? There's so many kids. All right. Now, back then, everyone spoke exactly the same language. So you didn't need to learn Swahili or Japanese or anything, because you could just say hello. And Swahili, it's a type of language. There's lots of languages in the world. So back then, though, there was just one language that unified everyone. You could just say hello, and everyone knew what you meant. It was not English. And one day, everyone was talking, and they came up with an idea. They said, hey, let's build ourselves a beautiful city to live in. It can be our home, and we'll be safe forever and ever. And then they had another idea, and let's build at the middle of our city a really tall tower that will reach all the way up to heaven. Whoa, do you see them, kiddos, building that tall tower? It's so tall it's up into the clouds. Is somebody falling off a ladder or something? Is that what I saw? Would you be scared to climb up that tower?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't like heights. You have been up on the Space Needle, but you were scared up there, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I was terrified on the glass floor.
Oh, yes. Okay. Let's see what happens next. Yes, they said yes. We'll say, look at us up here, everyone. And they'll all have to look up at us. And we'll look down on them. And then they'll know we're really something. We'll be like God. Uh-oh, that's never a good thing.
Just like Satan.
That's right. We'll be like God. We'll be famous and safe and happy, and everything will be all right. So they got to work, and brick by brick, the tower grew higher and higher and higher until it soared above the city, touching the sky. They built stairs in the tower to climb up to the top, and it was like a giant staircase that went all the way up to heaven. Look, they cheered. We're the ones. See what we can do with our very own hands. And they were quite pleased with themselves.
That's called being proud.
That's right. God wasn't pleased with them. God could see what they were doing. They were trying to live without Him. But God knew that wouldn't make them happy or safe or anything. If they kept on like this, they would only destroy themselves. And God loved them too much to let that happen, so He stopped their plans. Uh-oh, what's going to happen? Look at this guy's like falling and bricks and everything's getting all confused. Here we go. It says, one morning they went to work as usual, but everything was different. The words were all new and funny. You see, God had given each person a completely different language. Suddenly, no one understood what anyone else was saying. Like someone would say, how do you do? And the other person thought they said, hey, how ugly are you? Wah! That wasn't funny.
You would have to say, hey, how ugly are you? And it would sound like, hey, how do you do?
Everyone's language was different. Someone would say, such a lovely morning, and you could get a punch in the nose. Ooh, right in the nose. Ouch. Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
I've had sand in my eyes, and even
yeah, that wouldn't be good. It wasn't easy working together after that. As you can only imagine, people were always quarreling and fighting and getting in a dreadful muddle and becoming grumpier and grumpier and grumpier. Until at last they were all too cross to keep on building, and they just had to stop. After that, people scattered all over the world. See, kids, I don't know if you guys can see the picture, but that's the tower, and they left it behind. They scattered all over the world, which is how we ended up with so many different languages, even to this day. You see, God knew however high they reached, however hard they tried, people could never get back to heaven all by themselves. People didn't need a staircase. They needed a rescuer. Because the way back to heaven wasn't a staircase, it was a person. People could never reach up to heaven, so heaven would have to come down to them. And one day it would. The end. That's right. Jesus will be the staircase from heaven to earth. All right, we love you guys.